What's up guys, Paladin here, and today I'm coming at you with a video of some 3v3 arena on my alt-ret Paladin. These are some games with Tickle on R-Shaman and Apples on DH. I'm going to do my best to commentate these games as they happen, so forgive me if I don't quite remember what happens in this footage. It's been a little bit of time since I've played these games. But this first match here we have Sub-Rogue Hunter. So immediately upon seeing this, I'm really scared for my DH because they can force Trinket immediately on the DH with the duel, and then kill him on a duel. But luckily, Tickle gets the Rogue out with his Earthen. So they Blades Dance open on me instead with True Shot, Explosive Shot, everything here. So my DH sends a Darkness at high HP, which is very, very high value. Earthen and Darkness, saving me from really using much other than my wall. Super high value. We get defensives out of the Rogue, so we swap back to the Hunter. Hunter has Sack on him, so I'm going to swap to the Druid, it looks like. Oh, never mind. I can blind the Druid, stay on the Hunter, which is fine, honestly. Sack isn't that big of a cooldown. I get Kidney Bombed on, but because there's no Blades, I'm not really too scared of it, and I have Shield of Vengeance out of this, so I'm able to hold on to my Trinket, which is really good. So I'll have it for the next duel, or Shadowy Duel, or next Blades. Right now, we're massively out-pressuring them, so we're going to try our best to kill this Hunter, who has no Turtle, they have no Iron Bark, no Sack. He should go down, and yep, there he goes. We get the kill on the Hunter. And this comp, aside, like, unless they get a really good setup on the DH and force his Trinket in the opener, and then kill him in a Shadowy Duel by themselves, which honestly they should have done. They should have got DH Trinket in the opener, but, you know, we yanked him out of stealth, so... Yep, pretty easy matchup. Alright, our next game, we have a Windwalker DH R-Druid. R-Druid's doing tons of healing at this point, so we dock the opener. They're popping all their cooldowns. We get Blur on the opener. I think I want to go the R-Druid out of that in-cap. We get Karma out of the Rogue. They dark, we dark. So far, so many cooldowns have been used. Tickle yanks these guys out with a Static Field Totem. I have to just be careful of myself right here. We do have Earthen and Tide available, so I'm not too scared. But we're gonna have to pre-Earthen, pre-Tide the damage as it comes in. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to watch Bubble. We're looking for swaps onto the R-Druid right here. I do have Hodge coming right here. Yep, there it goes. Full Hodge. We should be able to force the Trinket here, and we do. Excellent. We can continue training the Broccoli, and both the DPS are now viable kill targets as well. Blur is coming back shortly, but the Monk has no Karma. So pretty much everything is a viable kill target right now. I'm just making sure I pump as much damage into them as I can. My walls are coming off cooldown right now, so I'm feeling fairly safe. We still have Ascend and Link and our Healer's Trinket. Trying to hold on my Hodge for DR, but I get it off DR. Perfect. We should land this kill right here. Oh, Bubble Trank. But a nice cap totem over the Tranquility will allow us to get some clean damage on the DPS. This poor R-Druid is out of cooldowns here, aside from from Barkskin, which really is not that high value. I'm swapping around. I use Blind to cancel the Fist. We get double wall out of the Windwalker Monk, so I'm swapping back onto the R-Druid. So basically against R-Druids, you just swap a lot, especially with the DH, who can just really cleave and swap to whoever he wants. Like right now, we just tab target to the DH, and he's taking a bunch of damage. I'm trying to stand in Earthen as they're also doing a bunch of damage to me. I don't have my walls, so I'm trying my best to just get off whatever damage I can while playing defensive. I get DR swept, which is really good because now I'm off DR to be able to just kill the Restitute right there. And beautiful AoE stun by Apples. All right, on to the next game. Wow, common theme here. We're getting a lot of cleaves at I don't even know what MMR this is, 2K MMR. I'm gonna get a Hodge on the R-Druid on the opener, and we're gonna open hard onto the DPS. He tranks out of the Hodge. I sank Tickle out of the Fear, so I prevent his Trinket, and I use just one wall because I sat in the Earthen on the opener, and I got high value sank out on the Warrior Fear, so my healer was able to keep me up. These are things that you gotta be watching for when trading cooldowns, because you know, not all the time. It's not beneficial to double wall all the time, especially if your healer is able to keep you up and you have a pre-earthen wall on the ground. Right now I'm just doing as much damage as I can to the melee DPS while trying to look for swaps to whoever does not have HOTS at the moment. So he just re-hotted the Windwalker, so I'm gonna go over to the R-Druid here. I have a full Hodge for the R-Druid if I can get there. Oh, looks like he fell stun, so I'm gonna half Hodge the Trinket on the rest of Druid, and then we, I guess we DR AoE stun. It's high value AoE stun. I'm gonna sit in the Darkness right here, taking a little bit of damage, but I have my range damage, so I can kind of hit whoever I want. Darkness falls, so it's looking like we're swapping around a little bit, and this warrior's taking a ton of damn. I'm gonna Trinket the Disarm into a Final Verdict and kill the warrior, and that's about it for that match. Superior Cleave. All right, wow. Another Cleave matchup here. We have Arms Warrior, Havoc, Demon Hunter, and they are getting a fat opener on us. I see Tickle drops the Earthen Wall Totem, so I'm gonna do my best to sit in it. I get Searing glared out, so I'm gonna hold my Hammer of Justice till Searing is off, and then I Hodge. Unfortunately, we get a double stun over, but that's okay, honestly, because then the DH can't reverse the Hammer of Justice on the Paladin, and we absolutely just crank that Paladin. All the procs, all the damage comes out, and he just dies without bubble. I feel for that guy, but look at that! Look at the DH damage. That guy did 4.1 million. That's crazy. All right, here we have a Marksman Destro, and low-key, this is kind of scary. You got to pick your poison here. You either hit the squishier Marksman Hunter, and the Destro rips into you, or you hit the Destro, stop a little bit of damage, but then the Marksman rips into you. And Marksman can do a lot of damage to Demon Hunters. But honestly, I really like hitting H-Pals. Rhett does pretty decent into killing H-Pals, so I'm going to do my best here to absolutely blast the H-Pal and force out his bubble early on. Then I'm going to swap onto the lock, kill the Observer, try and stand in the Earthen Wall Totem, doing my best to be as defensive as possible. Get Blessing of Protection out of the Paladin. He is casting Hand of Divinity. Unfortunately, he gets it off. That is 2 instant empowered Holy Lights, I believe. So we're just chasing him down here. Land a full Hodge. He has no Trinket, no bubble. This should be game unless they have a way to save him, and no, they do not. So unfortunately, that Paladin was forced into using an early bubble. And honestly, I kind of missed what he Trinketed, but he also Trinketed fairly early as well. And then we just landed a full Hodge, and we didn't get feared or double coiled or scattered off, and down he went. All right. Rhett DH versus Cupid Cleave. So the Rhett opens immediately with Wall and Crusade. So I'm gonna match his Crusade and a Wall and do my best to just kind of swap around. This Priest uses his Fade. We get a kick on the Priest, staying on the Priest here. I'll hold my Hodge because they already sank out of 1 DH stun. Doing a lot of damage to this Priest, trying to stay outside of his dome here. The Hunter, the Rhett, and the Priest are all viable kill targets. I have a full Hodge coming in for this Priest out of the kick here. Taking a lot of damage. We get PS. Be a good time for me to swap over to the Red Paladin. We Dark and Link, a little bit of an overlap, unfortunately, but I have Forbearance coming off cooldown in about 8 seconds here. So we're clenching a little hard right now, but should be safe in about 3, 2, 1. All right, we lived through the Forbearance. Now I have Bop and Bubble still, and we have Earthen Wall and Ascend. Doing my best to hit the Rhett while he has the Hunter sacked here. I'm in a bit of trouble here, so this is going to be my bubble. I'm going to Hodge to make sure we don't get MD'd. Doing my best to get off some damage on the Rhett. Honestly, the Rhett might not be the best kill target because he still has Bop and Bubble, so we're going to hit the Hunter here. Hunter's a little bit more squishy than the Rhett. We get sack out of the Hunter, so I'm going to swap back onto the Rhett, trying to maximize damage. The Rhett uses his Shield of Vengeance. He's taking a lot of damage here. I'm going to swap back onto the Survival Hunter as Sacrifice fades. I Trinket Shield of Vengeance here because my healer is in a Blind Trap, which fortunately for us gets broken. He gets a full lasso on the Priest, so I Hodge the Hunter here, and we're going to do our best to get off damage. We get a half stun onto the Disc Priest, so I'm doing my best to try and do as much damage to the Hunter in the CC windows. Right now, a little panicked. I have Forbearance off cooldown, so I do have Bob. I'm going to press Bob right here, as we don't have too many more answers from our Shaman. Our Shaman still has Trinket and Tide. At the moment, just trying to focus on doing as much damage as I can. Fortunately, we get Turtle at a moment where the Hunter could have killed us, and we get Bubble out of the Paladin. The Paladin has Crusade, so he's just tearing into us. I don't have Sank for these stuns on the healer, but we do have a lot of damage going out ourselves, so right now it's just going to be a who can pressure who faster. I hodged the ret, and looks like we are really clenching. Tickle gets the Tide off, but it looks like it does not stay alive for too long. We have an Earthen Wall, and fortunately for us, we are just out-pressuring them at the end, and down goes both the ret and the Hunter at the same time. So doing big damn. All right, this next game, we have Arms Warrior, Ellie Shaman, H-Pal. Not a super common composition to run into right now, but still scary nonetheless. I feel like Ellie has always been fairly viable, even during the melee seasons, because they're mostly casted damage. A Hodge the Syrian Glare on the Paladin here, which forces his Trinket. He sacks the Ellie Shaman, so we swap to the Paladin, and we actually get Bubble as well out of the Paladin. I feel like he should have just kept on doing damage. You never want to Trinket and then Bubble like within a couple seconds after using your Trinket as an H-Pally. Otherwise, you're just going to die in the next DR against a ret. So right now, I'm looking at this this Pal as he's coming off DR. Hopefully, we're going to hit him with the Hodge. The Warrior could save him with Intervene or Fear. So he fears us right here. We get a full AoE stun on the Pal. Looking to get a kick, and unfortunately, he jukes me. Nice job on the Paladin. He's just going to be running away. But to the best of my knowledge, like, we're just going to train down this Paladin. I can't Sank Tickle. He's around the corner. I get in line of sight, and I Sank the end of the Hammer of Justice. I get knocked away with the Static Field Totem, and now I'm in a little bit of a dangerous position here. Watching my bubble, but fortunately, Tickle looks like he maybe NS'd me right there. I get a full Hodge on the healer, doing really big damage here. The Warrior's stuck in a Blade Storm, so he can't intervene, and down goes the H-Pal. Feels good, man. Yeah, I think that Warrior's playing Hurricane, so we couldn't cancel Intervene. A little unfortunate for him, but it works out for us. All right, that is it for the games today, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the commentary. Hopefully it was helpful. I haven't done some 3v3 commentary in quite some time. If anyone has any further questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below, and I will see you all next time. Peace.